Okay, so we're going to do a lesson on ASL. We're going to start with chapter 1, and that has to do with pronouns. So first is I or me. It's just pointing to yourself.
Okay.
You is simply pointing at the person. He, she, it, or him or her is pointing to the side. You don't actually have to point at a person for that. We is from one side to the other with the pointer finger. Then it goes they, which is pointing to the side, but like with a motion. Next comes the you plural, which is pretty much just a bigger motion, signifying that it's more. Then we have the possessive forms of these words, so you use your palm instead. It's the same motion, but a different hand shape. So my or mine, your or yours, his or hers, or its, ours, theirs, and then the yours plural is just a larger motion again, just like the you plural. After pronouns and those types of signifiers, which are important to starting conversations, we have question signs. We have who. This one's important to furrow your brows. While doing that, it helps in ASL because there are 4 parts to the language: facial expression, hand motion, hand shape, and body language. I mean, and placement, like location, like the same sign but in a different location can mean something different. So next would be where. Again, a bit furrowing of the brows because it's a question. Then we have student, which is very similar to, next is people. We're going to be doing people signifiers. So student is you're taking something from your hand, bringing it up to your head, and then going down straight with your hand. Yes. So that's very similar to learn. A lot of words that have to do with one another will have very similar, if not the same gestures, because learn is just bringing it to your head. You're taking the knowledge and bringing it to your head, and this motion is what makes it a person.
Okay.
Most people signifiers like this just means person, like any person. So that's why they added this sign into it. The combinations of signs is how they make more signs typically.
Okay.
Then professor or teacher, you'd go like this, and then person. So this is the motion followed by person. And that means teacher. Then signs also have, just like in other languages, there's the feminine and masculine type of form. So masculine signs are usually near the head, while feminine signs are near the chin. So man is this, and woman is the same thing, but from the feminine location.
So man, like that?
No, it keeps the thumb out.
In.
Well, yes, in.
Okay. And then from here down.
Yes. So again, there's a girl, which is in the this region, and then boy is up here.
Okay.
Then there's mother. It's mostly just a little bit of a shape. And then the same thing for father. Sister. The other hand, yes, perfect. And what would you think brother is after just learning what sister is? Yes. It's all about location when it comes to signifying gender terms. Next, we're going to do places. So we have California. I mean, it comes out like this at the end. It can also mean gold. Then we have New York. And then we, other important vocabulary that's good to help with beginner conversations are yes, which kind of looks like somebody nodding their head yes. No. I don't know. Then we have not. And then deaf has to do, you take your pointer finger from your ear to your mouth and back. You can start in either location. Then we have hard of hearing, which is this hand shape, which is an H in the alphabet, hard of hearing. Then we have hearing person, so it's, again, you use the H hand shape, but it's near your mouth because that means you can also speak.
Okay, makes sense.
Then we have hello. And then if you want to know someone's name, you'd be like, name. What? Name? You? And basically make sure to keep your facial expressions as if they were questions or whatever it is while you're doing the signs and sentences, because facial expressions will always help with context. Okay. Then we have a couple signs that mean to live or life, which is this, or this. Same motion, but different hand shapes. It's typically due to small, like, regional differences, just like how Spanish or any other language has regional differences.
Yep.
Then we have from.
Do that again.
From. This is how I learned from in my first year from Mary, but I know people who do from like this, where they start with the finger like that already.
Okay. Then
we have something that means nice, clean, or pure. And then this means to meet someone. You have to put the yes, as if they're two people, is how you would imagine each thing. So a thing that people will tend to say is how it's nice to meet you when they're done with a conversation with someone they've just met.
Okay, makes sense.